thank you again for speaking to on our conference DevHosted this year.
It's my pleasure. I've been so happy to be here and to cancel from my mind the bad memories related to my previous trip to Bosnia, which was just a few days actually, before the outburst of the pandemics. So now it's a completely different time, a completely different kind of life. And so I'm really happy to celebrate here at DevHost.
And what do you think about the conference? How do you felt it? Is it, like I told you before, there is going to be questions, and how is emotion of the whole thing?
I mean, I've been speaking at conferences and also publicly training, whatever, for over 25 years. There are audiences that are in a way hot, okay, that makes so easier for the speaker, at least for the speaker I am, for the personality I have when I'm on stage, that I feel excited. I feel excited and I do things that I never planned. And one thing that many people noticed about me is that if you ask me to give me the same talk, exactly the same talk twice in a row, it will be two different talks. Because the environment, the reaction of the people, but whatever happens, because the time T1 is different from time T2, the outcome could be actually different. So I'm really strictly dependent on the feelings I feel in the room. And the experience here has been particularly pleasant for me because the audience was just excited to hear controversial opinion, maybe because they were just controversial, and would have they been just a regular opinion, it would have been, or mainstream opinion, would have been probably not so exciting for them too. But I'm really happy of the experience just had.
We really liked your talk, and I think you call your presentation unpopular opinion, but. I noticed maybe with a crowd, they felt it like it's really popular opinion, and they really like it. And I think you are, unfortunately, maybe hitting the mainstream now.
I'm so happy because if what I presented as unpopular opinion are actually popular opinion, I couldn't be happier, because it means that the world of software, the industry software is going in what, to me, to the best of out the top of my head, is the right direction. And that, I mean, I started writing software in the early 90s, right after university, and consider it was a time in which the JPEG format, which we cannot imagine a world without now, didn't exist at the time. And I was working for what we would call a startup today, and we were doing image processing. We were saving images, and we ended up at the end of my stay with this company. We were uploading and downloading images like Google Photos from the internet, and so I've seen since those times the up and downs of many technologies. I lived entirely the browser war. I don't know how many people today know about. There was a time in which using JavaScript for doing external remote calls was a serious issue, because you have to pay attention to the browser you had. I've seen the advent of server-side development, and that was ASP.NET, for example, which really changed my life, and also the life of my family, which turned for the good. I came to ASP.NET, so server-side programming, after maturing a little bit of experience on the advanced client side within the DOM, experimenting with advanced JavaScript in the 90s. And server-side looked like a way back. And then I was explaining ASP.NET, writing books, talking at conferences, but still having in mind, but it's server-side. There's a lot we can do on the client. And then it was the time in which the client gained more and more popularity, and up to the point in which today it's so hyped and made so complex that people are looking back to go server-side. And it's ridiculous for someone like me with 25 years of experience, that in the 90s websites were just a collection of static HTML pages, much like static site generators do today. So nothing has changed maybe in 25 years, only the way in which we write those HTML files manually in the 90s using tools today, but it's the same thing. So it's an up and downs of technologies, which means essentially one thing: that life goes on, and there is no certain facts except universal principles.
Yeah, maybe history is repeating itself some days in that way.
And in software, universal principles are the same since, I don't know, the 70s, since when Dijkstra formulated the separation of concerns. It's still all about the separation of concerns. You can formulate that as microservices, as modular monoliths, as this or that, but in the end, as units, testable or not testable, but in the end, it's all about, the entire software is about the separation of concerns. That's it. And it's still the same thing.
Okay, Dino, thank you. And I hope this is not the last time we are seeing you in Banja Luka.
I hope to be back soon as there's another opportunity. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.